To build anything that truly lasts, it takes time.
First up, let's take a look at the global markets. And Kanishka, let's first start with the US market update.
That's right, Ashisha. Very good morning to you. First of all, let's take a look at how the stocks performed on Wall Street overnight. Now, the broad market S&P 500 that advanced about 0.5%, posting another record close, while the tech-heavy NASDAQ composite that also rose to a fresh all-time high, gaining nearly 0.5% there as well. The blue chip Dow that climbed 275 points or 0.6%. Now these moves come as Canada has walked back its digital services tax in an attempt to facilitate trade negotiations with the US. Now this was after US President Donald Trump said on Friday that he would be terminating all discussions on trade with Canada. Traders are now hoping for deals between the US and its trading partners as that Trump's 90-day reprieve on his steepest tariffs is set to expire next week. Now remember, stocks have made an impressive comeback after suffering steep declines in April after Trump's sweeping tariff policy pushed the S&P 500 near the bear market territory. But now the major averages have since made a sharp turnaround, with the broad market index closing the second quarter with a 10.6% gain and the NASDAQ up nearly 18% in the period. Now, though traders are now heading into the second half of the year with stocks at almost record highs, some analysts remain optimistic that the market could surge even higher months ahead.
Okay, so that's as far as the US market update is concerned. Several indices continue to trade at record high levels. But let's also put the spotlight on the commodity market and oil market in particular, which continues to remain in focus. For the second day in a row, Brent crude has declined. In fact, it is down nearly 1.5% today to trade near $66.5 per barrel mark. And after the 12% fall that we saw last week, Brent crude is down another 2% this week already in the first two trading sessions of the week. Now remember, there is this all-important OPEC Plus meet that is scheduled to happen on Sunday, that is the 6th of July. And delegates are suggesting that OPEC Plus could be considering output hike of nearly 411,000 barrels per day for the month of August as well. And remember, this will be the fourth consecutive month of output hike that OPEC Plus could be considering, which means supply could increase in the global market, and that is precisely the reason oil continues to decline in the global market, currently trading near $66.5 per barrel mark. But shifting focus from oil to the yellow metal then, and that too continues to remain in focus. Although last week it was in focus, today it is trading with an uptick of nearly 0.3%, trading near that $3,313 per ounce mark. Now remember, last week it was down nearly 3%, but this week so far it has already surged nearly 2% in the global market. And there are two important news pieces when it comes to the yellow metal. One, of course, is the Federal Reserve. Expectations that perhaps Federal Reserve could go ahead and cut rates twice for the rest of the year, especially after US President Donald Trump's comments yesterday, and he has gone ahead and yet again criticized Jerome Powell. So perhaps we could see two more rate cuts for the rest of the year. And second, of course, is the tariff deadline on the 9th of July. So two important news pieces which continue to impact the yellow metal market. Kanishka.